Next one's from P. Alberto Sanchez. Mailbag question. Conan and Disco. Can't say I'm a day one listener, but I shouted you guys out as the only wrestling podcast I listen to straight through. I've become a massive fan of as of late. And as much as it pains me to say it or pains you guys to hear it, hugely uploading the clips on YouTube is what got me listening. To continue putting you over, it's refreshing to hear people disagree on things without being disagreeable. You can disagree without jeopardizing friendships. We need more of that. My question is simple. When people label a wrestler an internet darling, is that dismissive of the talent of the people who believe in that wrestler? Every time I hear that term used, it's always presented in a tone that's almost as though it's an insult. Thanks again for the great content. It is kind of it's not so much an insult, but what an internet darling means, he is getting over with the fan base. But to me, the internet darlings are just another. They're another. This is awesome, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody talks about a character-driven guy as like an internet darling. They look at that guy, but like guys that just go out there and do good spots and have good matches and get this is awesome chance, but they look like they do it kind of like everybody else. Is just like, what
do you think about that?
If you remember, that one of the first things that really held back Punk was that sort of label, the internet darling, the Ring of Honor guy, the indie guy,
Right.
But did you guys remember a guy named Reckless Youth?
Yeah.
He was like the first guy like that, and nothing ever really came of it. He did a little Ring of Honor stuff, whatever, but he was like the first guy I remember, and like the term internet darling was like just started around when he was like the first guy like that.
That's wild, because I was Santana from LAX was telling, like, yeah, I heard him, but I never really saw him. He goes, oh no, man, and he was dope. I mean, he was the guy like when he was starting, on the indie scene. But I was like, well, I don't really know much about him because I think he was mostly in the Northeast, correct?
Yeah, yes,
right.
Exactly.
That's why I didn't know shit about him. But I almost feel like internet darling is almost like a backhanded compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But some of those internet darlings become stars. A lot of them are flavor of the month.
It's basically a prejudiced way of saying, like, the internet darlings, like kind of like people that work on the big stage, be like, well, he wouldn't get over up here though. That's to say, like, okay, the guy's over on the indies, but he wouldn't get over up here.